Hey everyone, Canadian Renegade here. So I've got a short video for you today. I'm just going to do a quick rundown of a story that I came across last couple of days. I couldn't believe it when I heard it, and it's just another of our Canadian soft on crime fails. I'm just going to get into the article and give a few comments. And if you do want to know more about this, if you search for Toronto stolen Hummer and then click on news, you'll probably find a bunch of articles on this. It happened, I think, like 6 days ago or something like that. Anyways, so this is from the Toronto Star. Man facing numerous charges after stolen car hits multiple Toronto police cruisers downtown. 32-year-old Toronto man has been charged with 8 offenses after the driver of a stolen Hummer hit several police cruisers near Moss Park on Thursday, Toronto police said. A man is facing numerous charges after allegedly hitting several police cruisers while driving a stolen Hummer near Moss Park late Thursday, police said. I love how these articles are just repetitive. It's just all a bunch of filler, right? It could be like 3 paragraphs long. A 32-year-old Toronto man has been charged with 8 offenses, including theft of a motor vehicle, assault of a peace officer, and fail to stop police. I've seen the video of this, and to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't maybe charge him with attempted murder. I think if the police opened fire on that Hummer, I think they would have been justified. If he got away, he could have killed a pedestrian. He could have killed someone else in a vehicle. At one point, the Hummer pretty much almost went up on top of the police cruiser. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. The video's crazy if you go find it. Toronto police located a stolen white GMC Hummer in the King Street East and Jarvis Street area around 10:15 p.m. on Thursday. Officers began to follow it until the vehicle came to the intersection of George and Britain Streets, according to the police media release on Friday. Officers tried to stop the vehicle as the driver attempted to flee by ramming the cruisers, police added. Right? Like, that potentially could kill somebody. Soon after, officers were able to box in the Hummer using their vehicles, pinning it to the wall of a nearby business where they arrested the driver. So for all of you people that maybe think that keeping felons in prison for long periods of time to keep the public safe is expensive, how expensive is it to repair the body damage and probably frame damage on 5 police cruisers, and also repair a building, and then who knows what other things got torn up during that chase and when they boxed him in. I have a feeling. And then also, if you watch the video, there's probably another 15 police on foot. Like, they probably had 20 police after this guy. So the amount of resources that were diverted to capture this guy, like, it's insane, right? And then all the court proceedings that he's going to go through again. He might have a what do you call it, like a government appointed lawyer or something like that. So we're probably going to have to pay for that as well. I think it'd be way cheaper just to keep a guy like this in prison. And no one was injured, police said. At the time of his arrest, this is what got my attention, okay? At the time of his arrest, the suspect had 75 prior criminal convictions and was out on bail. Right? He'll probably get out on bail again for all we know. I guess we'll have to follow up and see what happens. For a previous pursuit and theft of a stolen vehicle. So the exact same thing that they chased him for this time was the exact same thing that he was out on bail for. Out on bail for a previous pursuit and theft of a stolen car involving the police. Toronto Police Association President Clayton Campbell told the Star on Friday they, and in brackets, the police, did such a great job at boxing in the stolen vehicle, the Hummer, that he didn't escape that box and get out into the streets of Toronto and kill a citizen, he said. Campbell said the TPA has and continues to push for bail reform from the federal government. You don't say. It would be nice if the federal government would, change some of these bail laws, and also we need to start putting pressure on these judges somehow. Just because there's an option to let people out on bail doesn't mean that they have to let people out on bail. They have quite a bit of discretion. And maybe I'm wrong about that. Like, I guess maybe I should do some more reading on what the actual federal bail laws are. But yeah, I mean, when you have somebody with 75 convictions, I don't think they're going to change. And he's only 32. If he was willing to change, become a better person, and try to leave his criminal past behind, he would have done it by now. He's had lots of opportunities, right? I believe in restorative justice, but this is 75 chances for the person, and I don't have any faith that if he were to be let out of custody after this, that he wouldn't go back and do the same things in the streets of Toronto, and our members of the public are at extreme risk. He said, fire crews responded to reports of smoke coming from one of the vehicles, but said there was no fire at the scene. There was a large, talking about damage to the vehicle, right? I mean, those cruisers are probably, some of them are probably totaled. And I don't imagine a police cruiser is inexpensive with all the extra gear. And, I'm not sure if they do anything else to like beef up the frame or anything like that. But I have an idea that they might be a little bit more expensive than the civilian version of those vehicles. There was a large police presence near the intersection after the collision, and people were told to avoid the area. The suspect is scheduled to appear. Okay, yeah. So the rest is not really that important. If anyone has information, call Crime Stoppers. But they already got the guy, so I don't know. I guess unless you saw him steal the vehicle or something, you probably don't need to report it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what can you say? Like, why is that guy out on the streets? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've said this in prior videos. I don't think the federal government under the Liberals gives a damn about people's safety. If they did, this guy would not be out on bail, and he probably wouldn't even be out of jail for previous convictions. They give him longer sentences to begin with. Anyways, I think that's everything. Have a good day, guys.